It's been a busy weekend in the world of Ipswich Town, pre-season friendly action to bring you, as well as a barrage of transfer rumours. We plan to get through it all across the next video. Good morning, afternoon or evening, depending on whenever you're watching this. My name is Harvey Bell, and Ipswich Town supporting content creator on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you do go on to enjoy today's video, please do subscribe and leave a like on the video down below. Lots of transfer rumours to bring you then, and we will get onto those in a moment. But first, let's jump back to Saturday and the friendliest of all friendlies, as Ipswich Town hosted Fortuna Dussledorf at Portman Road. Fortuna would go on to win the game 2-1, and I'm not going to dwell on this for too long because ultimately pre-season is just an opportunity for players to get minutes into their legs, have some sort of competition, but ultimately the result doesn't count for too much at all. Some of those players getting those minutes though were four of the new additions that Town have acquired over the summer: R.O. Murick, Ben Johnson, Jacob Greaves and Liam Delap. Not too much to report on all of those. They all did an okay job, nothing to scream about. R.O. Murick, of course, the most entertaining of them all by finding himself on the centre circle for a lot of the game. Despite being a goalkeeper, he certainly looks like he's going to cause some stress over the next season or so. But who's to say it's not going to work? It certainly worked with Václav Haláky. We all questioned it then, and he turned out to be very good. So let's wait and see on that front. It was agreed beforehand that regardless of the result, a penalty shootout would take place. It did so indeed, and Fortuna did wind up winning that one as well. 7 penalties to 6. Connor Chaplin and Luke Wolfenden missing for Town. Again, not going to dwell on it too much because it doesn't count for anything at the end of the day. But instead, we'll focus on the positives that was Cameron Burgess's penalty. Absolutely rocketed into the top corner. Who knew that a centre-back could take a penalty quite like that? But that was not the most notable news from Saturday. The most notable bit of news actually came in the post-match conference when Kieran McKenna was speaking to Town TV about Nathan Broadhead. He has now confirmed that the Welshman is set to miss the first couple of months of the forthcoming campaign. Very difficult news to take because Broadhead has been an influential member of the squad over the last couple of seasons. Of course, he joined in January of the season where we got promoted back to the Championship from League One, scored a lot of goals then. He finished last season as the club's joint top goal scorer alongside Connor Chaplin on our way back to the Premier League. So he is somebody that has made a big impact since making the switch to Portman Road, and his absence will certainly be missed over the next couple of months. So certainly sending our best wishes to Nathan Broadhead. Switching though to some positive news to bring you, which is on the transfer front. Now, we've spoken a lot this week about Sammie Szmodics potentially making the switch to Portman Road. Lots of people excited about that potential transfer, and it does look like a deal is edging closer. Of course, this is all according to reports and they are just rumours at the minute, but it is said that Sammie Szmodics is getting very near to joining Ipswich Town. Now, initially, Blackburn wanted £20 million for the attacker. Ipswich only wanted to pay somewhere around £6 million, but the deal is said to be somewhere around £8 million with a few add-ons on top of that. This is very good money when you consider that Sammie Szmodics finished as the Championship's top goal scorer last season with 29 goals to his name. Very impressive. 29 years old. He's a player that's always played really well against Ipswich Town, whether that be for Colchester, Peterborough or Blackburn. He likes a goal against Town, so hopefully we see him score a few, but this time in an Ipswich Town shirt. Let me know in the comments if you're excited by that transfer. I'm very excited, and I just hope that it gets announced fairly soon, because the more these sort of things go on without being announced, you start to wonder if something's gone wrong. But all reports are suggesting at the minute that Sammie Szmodics is becoming very close to joining Ipswich Town on a permanent deal from Blackburn Rovers for a fee of somewhere around £8 million. And that's not the only transfer news to bring you, because we are also linked with Jordan James from Birmingham City, the 20-year-old centre midfielder who has made a lot of headlines with his performances over the last couple of seasons. For somebody that is so young to have played as many games as he has for Birmingham is already quite impressive. Of course, they now find themselves in League One, but all of his experience has come in the Championship, which is of course a higher level and therefore better for his own development. The reported fee is around £10 million. That's what Birmingham want for him. Ipswich Town are not alone in this race, however, because a number of Premier League clubs are said to be interested in Jordan James. Who's to say that Birmingham are going to want to sell anyway, because they have shown that they, despite now being in League One, they still have the powers to spend money. They're breaking all sorts of spending records in League One, of course backed by Americans themselves, Tom Brady amongst their financial investors. So they've got the cash to try and keep players if they want to, but perhaps at 20 years old and having played as much football and impressed as much as he has, Jordan James could want to make that step to the Premier League. As I say, Town not alone in the race, but it is reported that they are leading the race to try and sign Jordan James. Reported fee somewhere around £10 million, but a deal still quite far away. Nice to see we're interested though. Nice to see this sort of intent. I did think that we'd be in the market for another centre midfielder. I will admit I thought it'd be someone with a lot more Premier League experience to partner Sam Morsey. That said, still lots to go in the window, so maybe that's someone that's going to come in later in the window. But I'm not going to turn my nose up at Jordan James, because this is a potentially very exciting transfer, and we know what some former Birmingham central midfielders have gone on to do. Dare I name Jude Bellingham? Let's not get carried away though. Let's wait and see how this deal materialises. Finally, then, moving on to our final bit of transfer news from the weekend, and that is that Wilson Odobert is currently interested in Town. He's a left winger who we know Town are going to be in the market for, potentially joining from Burnley, 19 years of age. No bid has been lodged yet, it's said, but Town are currently monitoring this situation. They've been impressed by the player. I don't know too much about him myself, but we know Town are in the market to try and bolster their attacking options, especially now with Nathan Broadhead being injured. Odobert looks like a player that is certainly attracting interest. That is currently it for now. That's all the news from the weekend that I've certainly picked up on. As I say, disappointing result with Fortuna, but not one that we're going to dwell on for too long. On to Hoffenheim and Borussia Mönchengladbach, and then we're getting ever nearer to the season and opening day against Liverpool. All very exciting, all the transfer rumours very exciting. Let me know what you make of them down in the comments. But other than that, that's about it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.